Disclaimer, all the character incidents are fictional, everything is imaginary in this episode, so don't compare with your life, it's just based on imagination, not on reality. You sat there with a warm cup of tea between your palms. Your brother-in-law, your sister's husband, was sitting beside you on the rooftop. He was relaxed, sipping his tea, but you could feel his eyes on you, like he was observing you the way people do when they have been meaning to ask something for a long time. You didn't speak much, you just stayed quiet and distant. Everyone noticed that, but no one asked. Until now. You Ryan? Hmm? Can I ask you something? You noticed slightly, wrapping your fingers tightly around the cup. Why don't you ever let anyone get close to you? Your heart skipped a beat. Your face stayed calm. You never make new friends. You never talk about anyone. And when people mention love or relationships, you just always laugh like it's nonsense. Why? The question hit deeper than you expected. Maybe it was the piece of rooftop, or maybe it was the sunset, or maybe it was the quiet way he asked, like he was asking, not for gossiping, but to understand your heart. You stared at your tea for a few seconds and then whispered, "It's okay if I tell you something, right?" He nodded. Of course. You looked at the sky and letting the air fill your chest. You were healing, slowly, painfully, and maybe sharing would help you a little more. Few years ago, the wind was soft, brushing your hairs across your face, and you quickly walked down on the quiet street, your phone clenched tightly on your hand. House number 37? Okay, I'm almost there. You were already late. The bus made you wait forever, and now your heart was pounding, not just from rushing, but from because this was the house, your long distance boyfriend's house, and it was going to be the first time you both will meet. You took a deep breath and stepped through the tall black gate. And then you stopped walking. Your feet wouldn't move. Here he was, and your eyes widened. He was hugging someone. Not just a normal hug, it was a close hug, like he missed her, like she was someone special. And when the girl pulled back from the hug, your breath caught in your throat. That was her. Your best friend, the one who knew everything, your letter, your feeling, your love. She was smiling at him and pretending like nothing was wrong, pretending like she belongs to his arm. You slowly step back, holding back behind the wall of bush, your fingers shaking, your heart began to race in different way. You remember every letter, every word for him, every secret you told her. You trust her, you loved him, but now they were together. You were standing there and you heard her lying that she wrote those letters and she was her long distance girlfriend. I was not always like this, you know. I used to talk a lot. I used to dream about love. I believed in forever. I was in love once, deeply, even though I never met him in person. Online, you noted. We were in a long distance relationship. We talked for 2 years. Every day he knew my heart like no one else. He always said he liked how I exposed things in my words, my feelings, my letters. I fell in love with him through those letters. Your voice trembled a little as memory started flooding in, memories that you had buried under forcing smile. And I shared everything about him with my best friend. Her name was Arya. She was like my sister to me. I trusted her with everything. I let her read her over conversation. I let her read the letters I wrote to him. She used to laugh and say I'm too soft, but I never thought I never thought she would use my words to take him over from me. What do you mean, take him? She told him that she was the one who wrote those letters, that all those feelings came from her. She showed herself as wine in the front of him. She took your place. You nodded. She wore my words like they were hers, and he believed her. Come on, I'm sure. Later on, he found about her real name and about her because her plan was actually flop. Because that doesn't make sense. I have to pack my things. Are you sure you wanted to go back to Korea? Obviously, I came here to complete my studies after that incident and now I have to go back. He nodded and you went inside. 2 days later. The door of the tall building opened and slowly you walked in. Your hand clenched to the strap of your bag tightly. Your heart was pounding not from fear but excitement and nervousness about something more. A fresh start, a fresh new job, and a new country. Everything felt different in Korea. The people, their language, and the way your life suddenly turned into a dull silence to a fast motion. This is your new beginning. You are not that broken girl anymore, okay? You fixed your ID badge around your neck and stepped into the elevator with a group of employees. You found your seat, and as you sat there, you saw someone standing there wearing a sharp black suit, talking to a few senior staff members, and his side profile was enough to knock the air out of your lungs. It was him, the boy from the letter, the boy you loved from 2 years, the boy who once said your world felt like a home. You took a deep breath and turned away to look at her. Why he's here? You blinked your eyes again and again to make sure if it was not a mind playing game, but no, it was really him. His name was on the class wall, CEO Jungkook. Your heart dropped. The cruelest part, he didn't even glance at you. He didn't recognize the girl who once stayed up every night writing him letters filled with dreams. You stayed silent. Should I really work here? I could leave before it's too late. But you took a deep breath, staring at the badge again. No, I didn't came all the way here just to run again. I have to stay strong than this. He looked around, and other employees all chatting, laughing, and scrolling on their phone. And one of your colleagues spoke. Two of others just stopped. Hey, I'm Dalian from marketing. I'm Aries. HR, don't worry, I only buy when it's paperwork day. You smiled and tried to hide your storm inside your chest. One of them looked at the CEO. Ugh, he's allergic to emotion, I swear. The way he shot the intern last month just for saying crush was brutal. He hates relationship. Or maybe he had his heart broken. Their words stung. Even though they were just joking, they didn't know that you were part of that ruin. Still you asked, Don't you know if he's dating someone? All the three stopped. Oh, rocky question of the year. You really don't know, huh? This is the only thing he did his profession. They laughed, but your smile faded. Just then assistant walked in. Weren't she? She looked at up immediately. CEO John wanted to see you. His office. Now. Good luck, new girl. Your hand trembling as you stood up. Why me? Did he recognize me? You step into the office, and the quiet click of the door closing behind you felt like a loud thunder. You stood there, your hands pressed tightly against the folder you brought. You kept your head low, your face was calm, but inside you were screaming, "Please don't recognize me. Please don't ask about the letter. Please just don't let this be a job." He finally spoke. His tone was formal and distant. "You are the new writer?" You nodded. "Yes, sir, I'm fine. I just joined today." He stared at you more than a second before walking behind the desk. Ryan sounds familiar. Your heart dropped. Have we met before? You swallowed hard. "I don't think so, sir. This is my first time in Korea." He nodded. "Maybe I saw someone else who looked like you, or maybe in my dreams. Anyways, welcome." You give a smile, and still avoiding eye contact with him. He opened the door and pulled out a company handbook and placed it on the desk in front of you. "You can take this. HR will help you with the rest. Do you want it to start from tomorrow or today?" I can start today, if it's okay." He gave a small note. "Good. Get used to that team. Don't be late, that's all." "Thank you, sir." You turned to leave, but just then your hands touched the door handle. "Ryan, you've frozen. Your heart skipped a beat. She reminds me of someone," he muttered to himself. You tried to smile, and you stepped out of the office, the door clanging shut behind, and then you did allow yourself to even breathe. The moment you left the office, Jungkook leaned back to the chair slowly. He kept staring at the door for a few more seconds, his jaw tightened, his finger tapping against the wooden desk. "Something about you, your voice, your presence, your name. It's scratching out a memory he buried long ago." Ryan. He opened the drawer for his desk and pulled out a small, black envelope. One of them kept locked away from years. Inside there was an old letter, faded from time, which holding the scent of the memories. He took out it and opened it again to begin to read it. "Even if we never met, I still wait. Maybe not forever, but long enough to prove my love," was not just words. His heart skipped a beat. He sat up straight, his eyes wooden. That letter, that name, the way she smiled today, the way she kept her eyes down. Could it be her? He stood up and suddenly walked to the window, trying to calm the storm raging in his chest, and just then his mind pulled back to that day. "I can't believe you are really here. You look different than I imagined." The girl laughed a little awkwardly. "Yeah, I was not sure if you would like me." "Don't be silly, I already love you." They both smiled and had their lunch. After the lunch, she went to the bathroom and Jungkook was here before he got up. Her phone buzzed. There was a name pop up. Ryan. The message was from the name. He picked up the phone and his eyes widened as he checked the message. "Arya, I never thought you would betray me. I always tell you about him, but you went to him that day I was going to meet him, and showed yourself as me. Claimed that those letters were yours. You don't know how much you hurt me." The phone fell from his hand. He opened his eyes. His breath was faster. He couldn't believe he thought her as you. Even just for a few hours, he was still regretting. Since then, he tried to contact you, but you blocked him. He tried to find you, but he found you left this country already. Weeks later, the office was buzzing with the usual Monday noise, the clicking of keyboard and soft tapping of heels at the low conversation. You kept your head low and focused on your screen, pretending like today was just another day, but it was not, because the tension between you and your CEO had only grown. He hadn't just anything out of the line, not even anything personal, but the way he looked at you like he was trying to read you. And around lunchtime, your commissioner walked up to the desk with his curious look. Ryan, can I ask you something? You looked up nervously. Yes, sir. He crosses his arms and leaning closer. What's your connection with CEO John? You blinked in confusion. My connection? He called you into his office twice this week already, and today he asked about you to the assistant directly with the marketing presentation again. This never happened before. You shook your head quickly. No, no connection. I just maybe I'm lucky. He gave a doubtful look and walked away. Like your voice reminded me of something. You sat down once it was over. It was different. You kept your eyes on the table. Thank you, sir. He noticed slightly. Still watching you. His rest of the team did notice that, but you glanced and they whispering question why he treated you like this, but no one has dared to ask it loudly. And after a few minutes later, after the meeting, you had to submit the draft to him, so you came to his office room. You knocked the door, come in. You stepped inside, and he was seated this time, leaning back to the chair, one hand with the legs resting on the desk, and other was holding a pen. I brought this draft. You placed that file on the desk, and then he saw it. The bracelet wore around your wrist. It was his, the one he sent you years ago. Your knees felt weak. You blinked harder, and then your eyes looked at him. He was already looking at you. His eyes looked yours. The expression was unreadable, but something changed in his gaze. Why are you looking at that? You're frozen. You didn't speak. He slowly looked at it too, then back at you. Why didn't she react like that unless... Where are you from, Ryan? You hesitate. Does it matter, sir? He tilted his head. Sometimes it does. He was not just curious anymore. He was searching. For the first time since that day you met him again. He felt like he was finally seeing you. Not just an employee, not just a stranger, but as the girl who once tried to him under the name of Ryan for him. It is you, right? I don't know what are you talking about. Ryan, it's you. That bracelet, I sent that to you. Don't hide that from me, please. Just don't. How much I try to find you, but you already left the country. Your eyes stared up. Come on, don't be like that. I'm sure you might be very happy with Arya. He squinted his eyes. Do you know her? She lied. She lied to being about you, about being the girl I loved. But I found she was just lying. She was not my girlfriend, right on that day. And how you know about that? Because I was right there. I saw you hugging her. I couldn't believe that you actually didn't recognize that she was not me. Punish me how you want, Ryan. Yell at me, hate me, hit me, if it's make you feel better. His voice cracked. He took a shaky breath. Please don't push me away. You don't know how much I waited for you. You stared at him frozen. The way his voice broke, it didn't sound like it was cold. This was Jungkook you loved. The one who used to make you laugh. The one who remembered every little thing. You really didn't know it was not me? I was blind and stupid. The moment I saw her, I wanted you so bad to believe that you came back to me. I didn't listen to my heart, but it did scream your name the entire time. He stepped closer to you if he was afraid you would vanish. I tried to get you. I told myself you moved on, that you were happy with her, but I never stopped loving you. He didn't hesitate anymore. He pulled you into a tight hug, wrapping his arm around you like he never wanted to let you go again. Maybe this time he wouldn't. I waited for so long. Please don't disappear again. And here you hugged him tightly like the way you missed him too. I won't. So, the end. That's it for today.